What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here, the quartering, and we've got a metric ton of things to go through. From Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan story, told by John Krasinski, being problematic, Brie Larson's failed attempt to break the internet, and Asia Argento sinking lower than the lowest possible conceivable low, and 2K Games begging its customers for help to rip them off. Let's start with the 2K Games statement, because that is the most hilarious. So in Belgium, if you didn't know, they've ruled that loot boxes are illegal. They are a form of gambling, a predatory system, one I personally agree with. So 2K Games, who's already told their shareholders that the lack of loot boxes isn't going to greatly affect their bottom line, still wants more money from the customers that it set up a system to bilk money from, and even went on to put out this post to them about how they disagree with the law in Belgium, their interpretation of the law in Belgium, because if they were to say anywhere that they agree with this, it would open them up to having other nations probably take notice of it. And they finish this with a hilarious admission that they've removed loot boxes, and they will be continuing the conversations with the BGC, which is the Belgium Gaming Division, in order to explain our view on NBA 2K and My Team Pack purchases already comply with local laws. If you agree, we recommend that you contact your local government representative to communicate your opinion. We will keep the community posted on any new developments, and that they apologize for any inconvenience. Well, I don't think they're going to get a lot of customer support, maybe a few terribly addicted members of their community, but make no mistake about it, they are making plenty of money on their $60, $80, $100 versions of the game. I wish loot boxes would be regulated, in my opinion. I have no problem with them if there was more transparency. Next story is, Brie Larson attempted to break the internet. She let out yesterday with a cryptic tweet to Entertainment Weekly. Hey, Entertainment Weekly, I'm bored. Want to break the internet tomorrow? So everyone assumed that they were going to be releasing the Captain Marvel trailer, a movie that isn't for me. The comic book was terrible, in my opinion, and Brie Larson seems like a vile woman. That doesn't mean people can't enjoy her film. I'm just choosing not to support it on personal reasons. Well, Entertainment Weekly delivered their attempt to break the internet today with a headline: "The future is female." Here's our exclusive first look at Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, the galaxy's newest and most powerful star. Well, she's not the newest and she's not the most powerful. So most of this, and the future really isn't female. So most of this is incorrect. Now, I can see they've chosen to go the Ghostbusters and Ocean's 8 marketing plan. One that doesn't exactly have a great history. But, maybe feminism will sell a bunch of tickets this time. Maybe I'll be wrong. See, when I went and saw Wonder Woman, it was because the movie looked great and it was marketed as a great movie. It wasn't marketed like this. But it seems that Brie Larson and Entertainment Weekly have decided to go with the future is female. And of course, most people are pretty pissed. So much for Break the Internet. People are not happy with it not being a trailer. And if you look at Brie Larson's Twitter, it's mostly about, she literally retweets Sean King. Do I need to tell you anything more? Talcum X? She retweets Talcum X. Okay, that's not the type of person I want to support with my hard-earned dollars. Now, the third story today is on Jack Ryan, John Krasinski's new Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan Amazon series is already getting the feminism treatment from Vanity Fair. Now, I will say I am a fan of John Krasinski. I really, really loved him in the movie. What was it? Where they have to be quiet and there's those monsters. I thought that was really good. One of the best movies I've seen in the last year. But Not good enough for Sonia, who says watching the show feels like falling down a Fox News rabbit hole. It lauds Jack Ryan, a true American who unfailingly escalates every situation and lacks basic collaborative skills, while neglecting to even attempt to challenge the narrative of noble American involvement and intervention abroad, because the protagonist, both its protagonist and its plot, are based on the foundational, unquestioned notion that American military might be the best funded killing infrastructure in the human history. It's help saving the world. And of course goes on to say, its other primary story objective is proving that Jack Ryan deserves his white male entitlement, which indicates just how closely American myths of masculinity are intertwined with international dominance. From frame to frame, Jack Ryan is astonishingly case study in toxic narratives. I watched it twice, slack-jawed. I don't know if this is an endorsement or not. Well, let me tell you what I'll be doing tonight. I'm going to be taking the night off a little bit. I'm going to be playing a little Madden, and I'm going to be watching this show. See, feminism doesn't sell tickets when it supports things, but when it generally goes out of its way to freak out about things, you get lots of huge successes. You get Kingdom Come Deliverance. You get what now is going to be a show that I am going to watch, a show that I wasn't even necessarily on my radar before that. So what are your thoughts on the Brie Larson, Miss Marvel? Do you think the movie is going to be big? Are you interested in it? What are your thoughts on Brie Larson? What are your thoughts about the Tom Clancy, Jack Ryan show, 2K Games, and the final story? Just when you thought Asia Argento couldn't sink any lower, she finds a new low. That's below. So there's like low, and now there's like Asia Argento has defined what low really means now. After being outed as a predator of a young 17-year-old boy, posting selfies in the bed where they had copulated against the law, she has come down now to say, even after the text messages were leaked, even after this post selfie was leaked, even after being outed, agreeing to pay $380,000 to the boy, after being abandoned by Italian X Factor, after being abandoned by her last ally in the Me Too movement. You'd think she'd be done? You think she'd be humbled? No! She is not done being a victim. In fact, what you didn't know is she is the victim here. It was actually the young boy that took advantage of her. That's right. She chose not to prosecute him, though, for attacking. In fact, not only did she choose not to prosecute him, according to her lawyer, she paid the kid $250,000. Now, I didn't know this, but she still is set to pay an additional $130,000 to her victim. But now she's saying, well, she's not going to pay that $130,000. Nope, not going to do it, because she, even though she agreed all in the mountains of evidence after being terminated, now I'm assuming she probably needs the money. So now she has tried to spin up desperately this victim narrative, and it's really unfortunate. This whole attack against Bennett is really, really odd, because she herself has spoken out against victim blaming, yet here she is doing that exact same thing. What do you think? You think Asia Argento is telling the truth? I'm guessing that most of you think that this is pretty disgusting. I hope you enjoyed today's show. It was a lot of topics. I look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Now wait a minute, Matt!
Okay.
No! Matt, no!